Welcome back to Rich Words Music. I'm at 42 Gear Street 7 and I've been joined by a string of top guitarists. One of them is here, it's Mr. John Wines, and there's a few others sat on the couch over there. And what we're going to do today is go through their favourite Henry's guitars. This is a brand new brand. They were only formed in 2023, if you can believe it. So a really new brand from the Czech Republic, from Cheshire.
Cool.
And they've got a range of interesting models, classically designed, kind of with relicing, with different things going on, and some kind of novel design aspects to them too. So, Mr. Wines.
Yeah.
Why did you pick up this beautiful black HSS model here, the Snake?
I just... I'm not a big fan of Relics, and I'm not, if I'm absolutely honest. But I do see it because it does. This one just feels really worn in. You know, so there's no stiffness. You know, it just does feel like it's actually worn in. So I kind of get it, even though I've never been on that side of the camp. But I'm not getting involved in the argument.
What don't you like about a Relic?
I don't know. I think it's one of those, why are you going to do it when you can do it yourself, and it's naturally relict, and I don't know. The thing that always makes me laugh is when you get to see a second-hand relic and they say in mint condition. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one. But I get it. I get why people do it. It's just not my thing. But it does feel absolutely worn in. You know, you can pick it up. There's no stiffness in it, which there normally is with a new guitar, which is, you know, it just takes a while to sort of bed in, really. But these are really cool, and they're not expensive, I know.
Do you know how much this one costs?
I'm going to have a guess at about 700-800.
About €699.
Oh, crikey, that's about £600. So I'm a couple hundred off. Okay, which is not a lot of money. I mean, that's sort of lower mid-tier.
And how does it play and sound to you?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's like I say, you can play it straight out of the box. I mean, presumably this is how they come set up, so looks really nice. Certainly feels there's a good action on it.
I've actually heard that you can order them direct from Henry's. In fact, I think that's pretty much the only way to get them at the moment.
Is it?
From parts of Europe.
Okay.
And you can order them kind of set up the way you want them. So if you've got a specific string gauge or anything like that,
that's the thing.
That's what you can do.
Right, because the first thing whenever I get a new guitar, it's off come the strings. I don't care how new they are. And I put my brand on and I put my gauge on. And then I set it up to me. So if someone's willing to do that straight from the factory, then that's going to save me a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, who loves changing strings? You know, I have to do it all the time.
Jake Leigh loves changing strings.
Does he?
It's my favourite thing to do.
You're joking. I'll ship them up to you then, mate. But yeah, so it's not. Yeah, I don't mind doing it because I stick an album on. Remember those things called albums? And then just sit there and do it.
Yeah.
But if they're going to do that, does anyone else do that? Unless it's a custom build.
Listen to albums?
No,
yes.
not listen to albums. You do, yeah, we do, but the kids don't.
I'm pretty sure everyone over there on the couch also listens to albums still.
Albums?
Because we're old school.
Albums,
yeah.
No streaming.
No, I don't have Spotify or whatever the other one is. I don't have it.
Apple Music, maybe.
Yeah, I think I've got that. I think I have.
Other brands available.
Oh yes, other brands are available on request.
Indeed they are.
You know, but if they're going to do that, then that certainly saves you a job, and then at least you know you've got someone proper that's going to set it up for that.
It's going to play the way you want it. Yeah.
It's going to play the way you want it straight out of the box.
Exactly.
So why wouldn't you like that?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's actually quite a good idea if that's what they're doing. Apart from, you know, £3,000, £4,000, £5,000 custom shops, who else is going to do it?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I'd love to hear you playing this one with a bit of gain. So I'm going to reach over to the MIDI switcher here.
Yeah.
And take us to the TWS Lulis.
Oh.
And we'll go clean again.
Yeah.
I've destroyed the MIDI.
I cannot tell if I was him.
Play. What we're hearing?
Hang on. Yeah, no, I thought my volume's up. Yeah, that's fine.
Have you touched the screen?
Yeah.
Do not do that.
That's it.
Play again. Okay, got it back. It's available in black. It's available in pink.
I played that one. Yeah, it's good.
It's available in seafoam green and many other colours, which you can see on the website of the brand. That is Henry's.
Cool.
And you've got a plane to catch. So I'm going to kick you out of this
I
chair.
have, I'm afraid. I wish I could stay.
That's why we got you in first, of course.
Yes, lovely.
So thank
And
you
they're
very
very
much for joining
light.
us. They say on the website the weight is 2.93 kilograms.
What's that
And
in
that's
£9?
Seven-ish,
Oh, yeah,
I
that
think.
is,
And they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
build them to exactly that weight,
No.
but they are all roughly that sort of a weight. The bodywood is Paulonia, hence the lightness.
Right.
Yeah.
Hence the lightness. Yeah.
So there you go.
But still, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So thank you very much for
Well,
joining
thanks
us.
for having me, man.
My
That's
cue
cool.
on the couch is getting even bigger.
Right.
You may take that guitar with you.
Thank you. Oh, that's very kind of you. Right.
Yours to keep. And next, please. Who wants to join me next? Now I'm with Michiel, who has a long title, which I'll display here. And Michiel is the brains behind 42 Gear Street, and he also has a brilliant YouTube channel, which is very active, called Studio Chimiel. And you've come here today just to give us a little bit of an insight into the 3-single coil version of the Snake, right?
Well, I'm here as a page shill who will suck up to Henry. Can I use foul language on your channel?
If it's moderately foul, I think so, yeah.
Who will butter up the nice people of Henry's because they build these wonderful guitars. And I'm all for the classics. So, yes, an S-type with 3 pickups and 6 strings, which is 2 too many. But hey, if it's 3, I'll take it.
And do you actually own any guitars or any basses?
Well, you remember how you had that conversation with John on changing strings? I just buy new guitars. That's easier than changing strings. So I do have a handful of guitars.
I kind of feel you on that sort of philosophy. Do you actually prefer a bridge single coil or a bridge humbucker though?
Single.
Am I going too deep for you?
No,
here?
no. I this is, for example, called an SSH, and this is an SSS. And you, for example, have HSH, and you have P90s, and you have Charlie Christians. Is it that?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I'm very knowledgeable.
you are very knowledgeable. And the pickups in these guitars are by Henry's themselves. Are you familiar with them?
With Henry's or with their pickups?
Both. I mean, you're obviously familiar with Henry's. You've just talked at length about them.
Yes, that's because it's such a wonderful brand who built wonderful guitars. And pickup-wise, I couldn't tell you what the difference is. Those are with hexagonal
Pole
thingies.
pieces?
Yeah, that one. And this one is with round ones.
Yeah, which makes a significant difference to the tone.
Well, which also makes a significant difference in how you can set up your pickups.
Yeah, absolutely, because they're height adjustable, or not in some
Yeah.
cases. What we've got on this one is a roasted maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard, by the way. What's the option on yours?
I absolutely go for maple on maple because I'm a huge Shadows fan. This is what Hank played. This is what I want. That's what Bruce played.
Did Hank play maple on maple?
Yeah.
In my head, he has a red Strat with a rosewood board.
No, that's Bruce.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hank is maple on maple.
There we go. I learned something today.
Yep.
Which is new for Gear Street.
Which is not new if you're sitting next to me. A fountain of information.
That is true. Are you also a fountain of riffs? Would you like to play us anything, or?
Now, one might say this is a riff by Hank Marvin, but no, it's by Loridon, and Shadows played his song.
Yeah. And straight away, the beauty is in the simplicity, because you played, what, 4 or 5 different
Yep.
notes there? But you're in this position here.
Yep.
I would call it the second position, but most people call it the fourth. And it instantly sounded like an S-type guitar, as
Yep.
we call it when we're not saying Strat.
It is
said.
not a Strat. This is better than a Strat. A Fender Stratocaster at this quality would cost 2-3 times more at the least.
You reckon?
I know so. I know prices. I know what this costs. So yeah, this is wonderfully specced by the people at Henry's who build wonderful guitars.
Yep. I mean, I think everyone on the couch agrees, and we're about to find out from the rest of them. Do you have anything else of value to add to this discussion, or would you like to take your leave now?
I kind of feel like I'm being pushed away, so I'll take the hint and I'll let the other people speak. Thank you for being so blunt.
I thought for an Englishman that was very, very
Yeah,
subtle.
it wasn't very subtle.
All right, who's next?
Sorry that I ruined your video.
Okay, so I'm here with Steve Trevor Cassidy now. He's the third man on our hot seat for today. And what have you got here?
Well, I've just picked this up for the first time. It's gold. It's a Henry's guitar, funnily enough.
It's a Fury.
It's a Fury.
That's the model name.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not making me furious, but yeah.
What is it making you?
It's pretty
Give us a
slick.
couple of adjectives of how you describe that guitar.
It's making me feel warm.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the warm glow from this finish.
This guitar is clearly very much aimed at a different audience to the previous guitars that we've looked at.
Yeah. This looks like it's probably got a bit more going on under the hood in terms of a bit of heat, because we've got HH here. But I did just have a wee touchy feel, and it looks like we've got a couple of wee secret things going on here. So I'm assuming coil splits, or maybe there's like a series parallel going on there. I don't know.
Could well be. Would you like me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look then.
Well, okay, no, you don't have to.
No, that's exactly why I have the spec sheet
Do you want
right
me to
here in
guess?
front of me. You can guess. Yeah, sure. Let's do a little bit of tonal exploration in
Okay,
this slot.
so we'll start on the bridge. I'm assuming this is just as is. That's
It's
actually not,
definitely just a humbucker, right?
yeah, it's not as hot as I was expecting
No,
actually.
me not.
That feels like a coil split.
Quite a nice coil split. No drop in volume, really.
It just gets thinner. I love coil split sounds.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to see if this second knob here affects the bridge pickup.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not. What do you think? What do you think?
I think it might.
No. So that must be, let's do the neck. Yeah, so coil split for this, coil split for this. If someone was good at maths, they would possibly be able to do a calculation that tells you how many tones are possible on this.
Yeah.
We've got 3 here, and we've got split and split. I don't know.
Yeah. I was just trying to look while you were playing that, and there's no mention of a coil split on the website, as far as I can see, just looking through here. So,
Secret bonus specs.
yeah, or perhaps this is a totally new sort of Mark II of this guitar. There are a few on this event which are going to be coming out in October 2025, so they have brand new specs that are not on the website yet. But clean-wise, I think that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, it does.
I was expecting it to bring a little bit more fury, and I don't mean that in a way that I'm disappointed in any way, shape, or form. I think it sounds great.
Yeah, I did expect hotter too.
Can we hear it with a bit of drive?
Let's try it out.
We got some noise coming from that amp right now, but that was pretty beefy. But again,
Yeah.
not as kind of rage-inducing as I expected in some regards, which for me is actually a plus point.
Yeah, I agree. And it does, these pickups, whatever they happen to be, they like the gain. They enjoy the
Yeah,
gain.
they absolutely do.
Yeah.
How's that guitar weight-wise? Because all the rest we've had are really, really light.
I'm actually pretty good, I think, at judging weight. And
Yeah.
I would say that this is about 7.6 pounds.
Okay, and how much would you say this one is?
Considerably less.
Yeah,
About 7.2 or 1, maybe even 7.
7 dead. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah. So the weights on all of these Henry's guitars are very, very decent. I'm impressed.
Is this the same body wood?
No.
No. I heard you mention earlier this is a Paulina.
It's
Paulina Wawa.
yeah, Paulonia,
Paulonia.
as we say in English. Yeah.
Okay.
But this one is, and I will just double check it before I make a mistake. It's mahogany.
Oh, right, okay.
So for mahogany, it's pretty light.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, definitely.
And the neck is roasted maple, as with many of the others. And the fingerboard is, of course, going to be rosewood.
I was going to say ebony, but... Oh, is it rosewood, yeah?
It's rosewood,
Rosewood,
yeah.
nice
It's
dark
a nice
rosewood.
dark rosewood. You can see a
Yeah.
couple of little streaks down at this top end, but it's very, very nice.
And I love these as well,
Yeah.
the little circles.
You know what? Those circular inlays signify... Stop yawning in the back. Those circular inlays signify that this is indeed one of the newer models, because the slightly older ones
okay.
have your more sort of traditional dot inlays like this
I
one
like
right
these
here.
too.
And yeah, I like them as well.
Because they're very blingy, but more so than your standard dots.
A little bit blingy, but not too much, right? Never too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the weight, some contours here always helps bring the weight down.
Yeah.
And comfort and access and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would you like me to leave?
You know, I think it would be awesome if you did, without me having to ask.
No worries.
Thank you very
Consider
much,
done.
Trevor.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Check him out. Links down there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm welcoming now Leo Gibson to the hot seat.
Hi guys, hey everybody. Hey Richie.
Hey.
Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you again as well. We did a video together, which is going to be on Leo's channel,
Yeah.
hopefully already, so I can link to it down
Yeah.
there. But if not, make sure you go over to his channel, subscribe to him, because he does loads of excellent stuff about modelers and very, very nerdy null
Yeah.
tests and stuff like that. So it's a great channel to watch.
Thank you, Rich.
But yeah, we checked out this guitar.
Yes,
And
exactly.
we checked out one other from Henry's. In fact, was it maybe even this one, the
Yes,
HSS
I
model?
checked also this one, yes.
And you kind of fell in love a
Yeah.
little bit with this one, right?
No, first of all, actually, I would like to say that I've tried many Henrys these days, trying even other stuff, and they are all set up pretty well.
Yeah.
So this is the first point I would highlight. This is important if you purchase a guitar online to be sure that the guitar is gonna be properly set up.
Yeah.
From what I've tried in these days, they were all properly set up. The second thing I would add is that this guitar is pretty peculiar because for being a Strat, it has a mahogany body, if I remember well the specs.
Exactly. This is the newer model. Again, we can see it by the rounded, the
Inlays.
sort of filled out inlays there.
Like-
And this one has a mahogany body.
Yeah.
So very unusual.
So if I mean you don't follow my channel, but if you would follow the channel, you know that I play a lot of Strat, and it is kind of unusual for a Strat to have a mahogany body, and this actually provides the guitar with a bit more rounded top end, a bit more woody sound, I would say, that allows me to have a different tone than the one I used to have.
Yeah.
So this actually kind of give me a different nuance of Stratocaster tone. The third thing is that this rosewood is really dark and it is nice. I would add that well, it has locking tuners, which obviously are pretty enjoyable. The heel is cut down here,
Yep.
so it provides you with a good access to the higher frets.
Yeah. And again, that's an upgrade,
Yeah,
an
no,
addition compared to the originals, which didn't have that.
The other thing I would mention that is that the volume knob is properly set up. I mean, it has the proper resistance, I would say, so you can. This is nice because somehow a guitar it is too hard or too loosey, and it is properly set up. Once again, the setup of this guitar is pretty nice.
Yeah.
What else I can say? Red the color with the not too much intrusive relic. That is another plus point.
Yeah. I think they said that with the newer models again, the relicing is just
It's
a little bit more subtle, a little bit less. You can see on this older model here, that's a pretty big kind of bit of relic on the forearm contour there, and on the back as well. You have a lot more.
Just the one cons, if I can say, is that in my opinion the neck it is nitro actually, checking out the spec, we
Yeah.
found out it was new,
Yeah.
but it is a little bit sticky for me. I much prefer satin necks.
Yeah.
Which because I'm sweet, my hands sweat,
Sweat. Yeah.
sweat, and so I much prefer satin necks.
Even more satin. Yeah.
Even more satin.
okay.
So I should remove everything here, but they told me that it can be done actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we talked a lot about this guitar in the other video, which will be linked to, but maybe you can give us a few sound examples of this one right now.
So here we are. Pretty clean tone. I guess we are going to the TWS.
Yep.
Beautiful, typical neck stratton. So you can get even a, I would not call jazzy tone, but you can enter in that territory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then maybe this is not. I don't have enough gain. Crank it up.
I can give you more gain, it's maybe too much.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's enough.
Okay, that's enough. But yeah, this guitar basically, it does what an S-type guitar
Yeah.
does, namely everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just having that bit more rounded top end, provided I guess a bit more by the mahogany, having the mahogany body.
Yeah, absolutely. So Leo, it's been wonderful having you in the chair.
My pleasure.
And
So it is actually the people from the EU that you're pushing out. Okay, but that's fine. Got it.
yeah, I mean, Brexit means Brexit, right?
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you, Richie. It was
Thank
a pleasure.
you very much.
as
A
usual.
pleasure, yes.
Thank you.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you actually know Henry?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know him too. He's a good guy.
very nice guy.
I saw him.
And he actually exists.
he does. He plays recorder.
Yeah.
I saw him play Bohemian Rhapsody instrumental version. Brilliant. Round of applause. Everyone was happy.
Can you send me that link?
I will send you that link. It's nice that 2 of the 5 Henry shills have taken this very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, from this video, the viewers will have learnt a lot about these guitars, but
Not that you asked me, but what I really like about Henry's guitars is that, you know, a lot of these kind of price range instruments, out of the box, they just play so badly, and they actually build it into their pricing, don't they? The whole setup as part of it. And I think that makes such a big difference.
and like I said earlier, you can order it the way you want it,
Yeah.
effective to an extent.
Without sounding like a Henry shill, like genuinely, I think that the Henry's guitars that were here were better set up than some of the guitars that are like 4 times. I'm not going to name names, of course, but there were guitars that were like 4 times the price, and I think that these were genuinely better set up.
Yeah. And you know, one of the hardest things for a guitar to do is to sit for 4 days in a tent in the summer in Germany and kind of stay stable and hold its tune and keep the neck, you know, from bending one way or the other. And these ones have really done it, you know.
And the other thing that I like is that there are other guitars in this budget that do the Relic thing. And I'm not going to name names because, you know, this brand is close to certain people. This is way better. Like, it's a bit cheesy in some ways, but the way they've done this is just, it's so good. I was a bit worried about like actually seeing these in person because they look good in the pictures, but then so do certain other brands. But in real life, when you actually see these, I think the Relic. I know you're not a big fan of the Relic, are you? In general.
In general, no. In general, I'm not. I like it when guitars become relict through natural usage.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really hard to make a relic job that's 100% convincing, and I'm not just talking about sub-$1,000 guitars either, but like you'll see custom shop guitars and you just wonder like how they came to the conclusion that something looks natural, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of them do go too far, but what I like about it is it takes away that initial kind of like, you know, when you do get your first ding and that kind of thing, you're less precious about it, and I feel more comfortable playing them.
The fear of the first ding, that is real, for sure. Yeah.
But also, like what Leo was saying, I do find with I don't want to be like 1,000% positive. I wouldn't mind, you know, taking maybe a bit of like 800 grit sandpaper or something and just taking it back slightly.
Yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't change anything about these guitars. I think and that's just because that's a real personal kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's just specifically for me. Like most people aren't going to have that. But yeah.
Yeah. So the one you're holding there is actually a brand new version of this one here, which is the HSS Snake model. And they've made a couple of changes to this one, which we could probably just quickly highlight here. Could you spot them, maybe?
Well, I actually haven't played this one yet. I played the old versions, and I was really impressed with those. So, the fret inlays.
Yeah, that's definitely one.
They're different. Obviously, the headstock.
Yeah, new headstock design.
I think the headstock's such a difficult thing to get right, isn't it?
You know, again, it's often with the more affordable brands, but when you're coming up with a headstock design that is kind of derivative or similar to one of the nostalgia brands, you can go down sort of one of two routes and kind of make it pretty close or take it in a whole new direction. But I think they've made it look pretty elegant, and that's the hardest thing.
The heel joint is more accessible. And I heard that the pickups have been redesigned. So
the pickups are different, and not only that, but with the new one, you also have a coil split on the humbucker, accessed via a push-pull pot here. Although they told me it's going to be push-push when these are released. Okay. And that's also the reason why these new ones don't have a cover on the humbucker. They wanted to make it a visual thing that you can kind of see that you're splitting down one of the two coils there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Should we do a very, very quick listening test to hear if we can hear any tone differences between them? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, got a nice clean tone here.
Definitely sounds warmer.
Yeah,
that's how I would put it. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. Leo, do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, the same. We were talking about also yesterday about that. The older one is a bit more sparkly and quicker. How to say? Quicker in the response. While the new one is a bit more mellow and less fast. If I can say something like that.
Bit more vintage.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
More vintage. Yeah, you're right.
Cool. Let's try the bridge humbuckers then quickly. Should we do it with a bit of drive or do you want it clean? Bit drive. Got a bit of noise there, but let's quickly try the coil split before we switch over.
Try the one.
Got a bit of noise coming through the setup today. I think it's alright.
You barely notice it.
What?
What was that? I think exactly the same with this as well. I said I think exactly this. This is definitely more of a. There's definitely a noticeable difference, but then You got the cover on this one as well. So it's hard to do like for like. How would you describe it?
Yeah, again, for me, it's kind of two flavors of the same thing, effectively. It's a subtle difference with that much gain, in my opinion, and that much compression going on. But
I don't think one's miles better than the other.
And it's something that, you know, in a mix or whatever, no one's going to hear it, but I would make my decision based on clean tones. Yeah. What about you chaps on the sofa? Any opinions on the gainy sounds?
For the gainy stuff, for me it's harder to get the differences, even because of the noise and things like that. Maybe.
Was there noise? Well, there was noise? Oh, okay.
A bit of noise. So it's harder to pick up the differences.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, for the money... Well, you know, we spoke about Henry's before we came here.
Yeah.
I'd never heard about Henry's before, but you were aware of them. And I just had a quick look on their Instagram page. And I just assumed that they were boutique-level guitars.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised when you told me, oh, no, they're like... You know, they're not budget guitars, but they're like... That kind of price range, $699, mid-price,
yeah. Very much affordable in the grand scheme of things, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
And they play, and what I really like as well is the rosewood is a nice. Every guitar here that uses the rosewood is a nice dark rosewood as well, because the fact that they're even using rosewood, so many of these brands in this kind of price range,
and
just
this kind of price point, yeah.
So, do I need to go now? Sorry.
No, there's no one else, and I think we're out of time. So. Carry on, make your point.
Yeah, I just think that it's nice to see rosewood on a guitar at this price point, and the rosewood that they've chosen is all good looking, because it's aesthetically important.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's something I mention in almost every video where I have a guitar and it's like Laurel or whatever, and I'm just like, I know it's fine, but there's just something psychologically in here that just says rosewood is better.
Yeah.
You know, like blindfold me and try it, and probably wouldn't know, but you know, especially with affordable guitars, the visuals are so important because you want to pick up something that inspires you to play and have fun, and I think that's exactly what these do. Yeah.
And it's just got that feel, hasn't it? When you pick it up, it's like, it doesn't feel like a low-end guitar. It feels like a guitar you've been playing for a long time. And we bored Leo. He's left now.
He said enough.
Bye, Leo. But yeah, I really like these guitars. These are possibly my pick of Gear Street this year.
Yeah, I think they may be like kind of a hidden sort of breakthrough. There's always a breakout brand every year, isn't there? Like, I remember a few years ago, PJD were there and kind of blew everyone away because no one had really heard of them, and they were fantastic. And this year it kind of seems like Henry's is doing that. So well done, Henry's. I hope you folks who've stuck it out this far have enjoyed this slightly chaotic roundup of
is that the camera
a handful of Henry's guitars. Yeah.
I've been looking at that one the whole time.
It doesn't matter. But yeah. Links to everything are going to be down there. Links to everybody involved are going to be down there as well. This has been 42 Gear Street 7. Thank you to the organiser, Henning Pauly, and everybody involved in the event.
And Henry.
And Henry, of course, because without him, none of this would have been possible. And if you'd like to check out more videos and more cool stuff from this event, use the hashtag 42GS7. But that's been it for today's video. I've been Rich, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.